there, my anxiety warriors. How are y'all? It's your anxiety queen here. Just dropped off my daughter at her boyfriend's house and wanted to make a quick little video. My anxiety yesterday was pretty high. My husband flew out of town for work last night, and anytime that he's leaving, my anxiety tends to get a little wacky, I guess. So yesterday was kind of hard for me. I didn't do a whole lot, just kind of took some time for myself and took a nap and just kind of laid around, which, as we all know, is basically all you can do when you're, suffering from this mental illness, which sucks, but, we have to focus on ourselves and take care of ourselves. So that's what I did yesterday. The rest of the weekend was pretty calm, pretty chill. We didn't have my youngest, so I haven't seen her for it'll be 3 weeks before I see her this next weekend. She was going to Six Flags with some friends this weekend, so she stayed with her mom, and so I miss her. But husband and I went to Home Depot and bought some flowers and some stuff. I'm going to plant those. I'm going to try to get out today and plant, because of course it's supposed to rain again, I think, in the next couple of days, but I wanted to just kind of do a quick update. Nothing really important to talk about. My Instagram, which is also under Anxiety Queen 0320, I have over 100 followers on there now, and that's just crazy to me, because I just didn't think I would get that many. I mean, I know that's not many compared to Instagram. There's people on Instagram that have, millions of people that follow them, but for someone small like me, having over 100 people follow me and look at my, my quotes and stuff that I post on there is just, I don't know, it just kind of makes me happy. These are people that I know that I can relate to, and they're real people who experience some of the same things that I do, which is why, once again, this channel to me is not about how many subscribers. Literally, I think I still have just one person that watches my videos, which is okay. This is me, and this is me being real, and I'm a real person who deals with real, normal, everyday struggles like everybody else does, who's married and has stepchildren. I don't have any children of my own, and probably will not, but I still have teenage girls and can relate to some people when it comes to that. And just having this outlet has been really cool for me. It's therapy. It's just been really good for me, actually. My husband and I were talking about it the other day, and he said, he notices that there's been a little bit of a change in me, and he's actually talked about maybe wanting to come on here and be in a video or two with me, which I told him, that's completely up to him if he wants to do it. He suffers from some form of anxiety as well. However, I don't think it's like my anxiety. I mean, everybody's anxiety is different, but I don't think he has general anxiety disorder. I think he has normal anxiety and stresses, and his anxiety tends to be a little more on the way it shows itself. Its form is a little more on the angry side. Now, don't get it twisted. He's not violent. He doesn't hit things. He doesn't throw things. He's not violent and aggressive. He just gets angry at things, and I get that. I have that too, and I know that at first he literally thought, well, maybe I just have some anger issues, and I said, I don't think that you do. You're not angry all the time. And so when we talk to our doctor, we go to the same general physician. She actually said that anger can come out as a form of anxiety and as a form of depression, and we didn't really know that until we talked to her. And I'm like, well, then that makes sense, because you're not angry all the time. You're not an angry person. But anyways, so I thought about maybe bringing him on one of my videos at some point and letting him it gives y'all maybe another perspective. Or maybe you have a spouse who doesn't necessarily have anxiety like you do, and this would give that perspective too. This gives his perspective on what it's like to be married to somebody who does have, you know, a anxiety disorder, and it's something that they have to deal with every day. So I don't know, I'm thinking about it. He actually is the one that brought it up. I never had, you know, asked him about coming on this channel. He doesn't even know the name of the channel, I don't think. Like, he doesn't know where to find it, he doesn't follow it. And I never really thought about bringing him into it, because I was like, you know, that's his decisions, not mine. But now he's actually said that he thought that, you know, that might be something that he would actually be interested in doing, and I think that might be cool. We also talked about maybe doing like a podcast, but I don't know if that I want to go that far. Like, I don't know. I don't really have a goal for what I'm doing. Actually, my husband said that he hopes, there's a couple of things that he hopes comes from this, and that one of those things is that it becomes like therapy for me, which I think it already has, and that, you know, he also said if you can, you know, reach out to one person even, and that person can watch your video and go, oh my God, I can relate to that, then that's great. And I said, well, you know, that's basically the same things that I wanted for this, but it really is just like therapy for me. But I feel kind of like a broken record. I feel like I talk about this every time I get on here, and that's not really, I'm not trying to be so repetitive, but I had done a video talking about my triggers, and I never completed that. Well, I sort of did. I never uploaded it. So I'm going to just go ahead and put a warning out right now that I'm now going to talk about like what triggers my anxiety and what sets mine off. So I want you to, if that sets you off, go ahead and you can stop watching the video from here, because that's what I'm going to be talking about now. So when my anxiety first started, I didn't really have a specific trigger. It was after that whole dehydration bout, and that actually went away within a couple of days, so I can't really give you a trigger for that. I do know it was weird. I went after that, like 2 or 3 weeks after the whole episode of the dehydration, heat exhaustion and all that, I decided to go get my nails and get a pedicure done. And I remember going to the place and having a panic attack, like while I'm in one of the most, like, you know, relaxing things you can do is women will know. Maybe some men have gone and gotten pedicures. There are men that get them. I recommend them. They're wonderful. And thank God I can go get them now and don't have a panic attack. But I used to be like literally in the chair and they're rubbing on my feet, and I would start to just panic. I would start to get that tingly feeling and that nauseousness and the dizziness. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? I'm getting a pedicure. Why am I having a panic attack? But that, like I said, that episode of anxiety went away after a couple of months. So this second round, this second time of my anxiety that started probably 3 to 4 years ago, started with a medical thing. I ended up, in the hospital with gastritis, and so then anytime my stomach would like ache or anything, like I would freak out. And I was literally having anxiety attacks daily, like every day I would have one. Until I got on Lexapro, but I've already talked about the medicine thing. So now I would say my triggers are still kind of the tummy thing. I can sometimes figure it out because I have irritable bowel syndrome, so I have issues with my tummy regardless. So I can kind of differentiate between like an irritable bowel thing and an anxiety attack. I can kind of figure out between those two now. I still have woken up at night like having stomach cramps, and I'll instantly start to panic. Other than that, I don't know that I really have any triggers. Now, here's one thing that I know some people will have anxiety attacks and then they won't do whatever they were doing when they had that anxiety attack. For instance, the nail salon thing. Had a panic attack, didn't go back for a long, long time. And as y'all can see, these are not my real nails. Like, I always have on fake nails, and I get pedicures usually in the summer. I do go back now. I am able to go and be okay, thank goodness. However, one thing that I don't do anymore, and I'm kind of okay with this, is I don't go to the movie theaters anymore. I had probably one of the worst panic attacks that I've ever had in a movie theater. So my husband and me and our 2 kids, we all went to dinner, and it was on a weekend. And after dinner, we went to catch a movie, and literally went in, and I made it through almost the entire movie. Almost. There was probably 20 minutes left, and for some reason, I just started getting tingly and weird, and it probably happened for about 5 or 10 minutes before I finally leaned over to my husband, and I was like, something's wrong with me. I was like, I need to go. I was having this tightening and this pressure on my chest. Now, I've talked somewhat about my symptoms. I don't normally have the tightening of the chest and the racing heart. That's not one of my usual symptoms. However, this time I had that. And for you people that get it all the time, bless your heart. I don't know how you cope with it, because that is some scary, scary stuff. Literally felt like somebody was laying on my chest, or somebody had put bricks on my chest. It was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I've not had that again, and I pray to God that I never have that again. Once again, if you have that on a normal basis, you guys are straight up warriors. We're all warriors for what we deal with, but my gosh, if y'all put up with that, it was so scary. So rushed me to the hospital. Luckily, my husband's parents live in the area, were able to come pick up the girls, and he was able to stay with me, and they checked everything. Of course, my EKG was normal, my heart was normal, everything was normal, and I'm like, this is just a panic attack, as usual. So, I have not been back to a movie theater since. But, like I said a minute ago, I'm kind of okay with it. So, I am very, very much a homebody. I love to be at home. And it's not that I have anxiety about being outside of home. I don't have social anxiety. I can go to a mall. I can go to the grocery store, although there's a story for that too in just a second. I can go do all those things. I could probably go to a movie theater and be okay now. But I don't want to go. It's like $20 for a ticket, and then if you get popcorn and a drink, it's like another $20, and that's for one person. You're looking at $40 to $50 just for one person to go to the movies. It's like, no, I'm not paying that. We have a 65-inch screen in our bedroom. I can rent a movie on demand for, $4.99 or whatever. I have my own popcorn, I have my own soda, and I can watch it in my bed, surrounded by my husband and my dogs and and my kids. I don't need to go. So the grocery store. So that was the thing I was going to tell you, is that I had a panic attack in the grocery store once, and literally would have just pushed my cart aside and walked out if it wasn't for my husband. Luckily, I was able to call him, and I was like, babe, I'm about to just freak out. I'm gonna leave. I'm having a panic attack. I've got a cart full of groceries. And luckily, he was literally able to talk to me on the phone and talk to me through it. And I was able to check out and be done. And so now I can go to the grocery store now. I'm fine. I've been able to kind of move past that. And there's not a lot that I can't do now without my husband, where before I utilized him a lot. But I completely just went brain dead for a minute there. I pulled up in front of my house and I'm looking at the grass because I need to mow before it rains again, and I'm looking at my flowers I need to plant. And so anyway, sorry, I really don't have ADHD or ADD, but sometimes you would think I do, because I'll just go spacey for a minute. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video, but I just wanted to talk about some trigger issues that I've had. I haven't gone back to the theater. I think I could go. I might have to take half a Xanax before, but I don't really see the point in going. It's just so damn expensive. Now, there are some movies that I would like to see in IMAX or 3D that eventually, if they come out, I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan. Like, huge. I actually have a tattoo on my right shoulder of, it's half Harley Quinn's face and half the Joker's face. So when Suicide Squad, the second one, comes out, I might have to go to the theater and watch that. Maybe. But other than that, there's not really any movies that I have to see in the theater. My husband would say different because of the Star Wars movies, and I've told him to go. The whole Avengers thing, him and our youngest like to go and do that. So they kind of have their daughter-daddy time. They'll go and watch Avengers. They haven't gone yet because she hasn't been here to see Avengers Endgame. I'm a DC girl. Like, Marvel, DC girl all the way. But I think that's it. I don't know what you guys have, what your triggers are. You can comment them below. I know that sometimes people with anxiety will just randomly have a panic attack for no reason. And those suck. Like, I've had them where they wake you up at night. Those are the worst. When they wake you up at night and you don't really know, like, why you're having this panic attack. And then it sucks because you have to calm yourself and then try to do your breathing techniques or take something and go back to sleep. And so anyways, that's kind of my update. That's all I got for y'all right now. But don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join my one other subscriber. Just one. Maybe I'll go up to 2. But I love you guys. Stay strong. Always remember you're not alone. You can find me on Instagram at anxietyqueen0320. You can email me at anxietyqueen0320@gmail.com. Any questions, anything you want, or if you just need somebody to talk to. Sometimes it's nice to just unload on a stranger who doesn't really know your personal life, and it's just somebody to vent to, like I'm doing on YouTube. This is basically what I'm doing. It's just venting to whoever will listen, or nobody, and that's okay. So enjoy your Monday, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.